Hi, Alan Stratton from As Wood Turns. For this year's Christmas Ornament Woodturning Challenge, I think I'll use some pen blanks. I had these left over from a after Thanksgiving sale a couple of years ago. To me, they're fairly soft, almost not even pen blanks. They're supposed to be exotic tropical woods. Well, they are probably tropical woods, but far from exotic. But I think I'll use these for an ornament. I think they'll make a nice ornament if I dress them up a little bit. So I'm going to glue them into a stave arrangement rather than a solid block and use some padauk in between the staves. It requires that they be cut to a specific angle and glued up. Another plus is when I'm all done, I think I'll have room for 2 or 3 more out of this one stack of pen blanks. But for now, let's make a Christmas ornament out of pen blanks.
Since my pen blanks are already very uniform, my task is to rip the correct angle on both sides of the pen blank. For 8 staves, the angle is 22.5 degrees, just like for horizontal segments. I have a sled for ripping angles. On it, I can rip one side of the pen blank safely. However, I had trouble ripping the other side. I needed to stand the wood on its newly narrow side and then rip the pieces even smaller. It does not work well for this size. Finally, I ripped the end of a scrap piece of plywood and taped the pen blank to it. This enabled me to rip the other side. Fortunately, the angles were still accurate enough. Now for gluing, I recruited another pair of hands. After adding the padauk strips, there are 32 surfaces to spread glue on and keep aligned. I'm using duct tape on the outside to help keep control until I can clamp them securely with 2 small band clamps. What a mess! While that glue dries, I'll prepare some walnut for the top and bottom of my ornament. As usual, the first order of business is to cut a mounting tenon on one end. Then, after remounting it into my chuck, I'll cut another tenon on the other end. This piece is too long for my ornament, so I'll be cutting more off. However, I may as well cut a tenon now while it's easy. Then, when I need the offcut, it will go directly into my chuck. Then part off a piece for one of my 2 ends. Turns out I'll use that extra tenon now, but since this piece is still too long for my ornament, I'll cut a tenon on the other end before cutting off the length I need. Now that the pen blank glue up is dry, I'll do a little more preparation work on it. It does not take much to round it off, but my real objective is to drill out the center a little bit more and evenly. A Forstner bit makes short work of the hollowing job. Then I can part off the length that I need. With that done, I want to dress the walnut to fit the pen blanks. I need a short tenon to assure a good glue joint with the pen blanks. So the next work is to fit the tenon. Little by little does the trick. The parting tool did a poor job on the end of the pen blanks. The wood is so soft that sections ripped out or folded over. I'm mounting the pen blanks temporarily to the walnut to try and clean up. I'll hold the pen blanks with some masking tape and use my sanding board to clean up both ends. Then prepare the other piece of walnut the same way. Then I decided to drill out the 2 ends to lighten up the ornament just a little bit more. Again, a Forstner bit makes it easy. And now it's ready to glue the top and bottom walnut to the pen blank assembly. Now that my ornament is all glued together, I can cut it to final form. I'm planning a finial integrated with the top. I'll start with what will become the top. I'll start also with a small gouge. With the bulk of the wood removed, I'm switching to a skew for a smoother finish. Next, I can focus on the bottom for a simple integrated finial, but the wood holding the ornament to the lathe is getting thin. I'll have to sand and finish the ornament now before it breaks off or vibrates too much. But I'd better drill the hanger hole before I take it off the lathe. After a quick drilling, I'm finishing with shellac friction polish. Then a little wire bending to make a hanger. This time the two vice grips worked much better on the ends. After a little buffing, I've finished my ornament. Despite being very soft wood, the pen blanks look nice in this ornament. I like it. There's still time for you to make your Christmas ornament for the Christmas Ornament Woodturning Challenge. Let's see your ornament, whether you are a novice or expert, a simple ornament or a complex ornament. Let's see your idea manifest itself. With that, we'll see you again next week with another wood turning video. I love feedback via your comments. Please like this video. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to both my website and YouTube channel. Always wear your full face shield. Goggles are not enough. Until next time, this is Alan Stratton from As Wood Turns.